Hi everyone, my name is Smitch. Today I'm going to be doing a guide for the rupee printing. It's mainly for the 100% speedrun, but it's also useful casually if you're looking to get loads of rupees really quickly and somewhat easily. So this guide is going to be really useful for both of those. So the first thing you want to do is you want to check which parts are going to come out of the Guardian. Well, first of all, you want to save to make sure that you don't get stuck with the wrong parts. So first of all, you would save and then get a metal weapon. You would have an axe in the speedrun at this point and just walk into the Guardian to push it and see what parts it gives. Now, if you're doing this casually, just take whatever parts you want because you can sell them no matter what. But for Hundo speedruns, we are looking for shafts or cores, basically. So just keep reloading until you get one of those things. Okay, so here we go. We've got shafts, spring, and screws. That's a fine combination. I'll put up a table on the screen right now showing the combinations that work and the ones that work but are kind of slow. Because there are different parts, different combinations of parts that are particularly laggy because they rub together a lot more and then generate a lot more lag, which will make it really hard to pick them up. But this is good, shaft, spring, and screws. So the next thing you want to do is grab this door over here, the Korok underneath. Make sure you grab the Korok as well, don't forget it. And bring the door over here. First thing you want to do is bring the Guardian over towards you on this path right here. But you don't want to alert this Guardian over here. So what you want to do is get the door, put it just behind the Guardian, like on his head where it would be there. And then just hold down on the D-pad to bring it towards you. So that you won't alert the Guardian with your presence, and also you can start pushing him around. So, next thing you want to do is go along this specific path that I'll show here. So, first of all, you want to come around the ruins with the door in it. Come around here. Turn left here. And then you're going to come up to this path here, this junction with the little fence. We want to go right. So, left and right. And we're kind of following a zigzag kind of pattern along this graph, along this path here. So, just keep pushing him. The technique that you want to do when pushing the Guardian is you want to grab the door, push him with up on the D-pad, and as soon as he starts slowing down or like can't push him any further with magnesis, you want to let go, sprint towards the door, then pick it back up again, and then just repeat. So here at this junction, well, it's kind of like a turn, I guess. We want to turn left up into this this ramp. So grab the door. Something of note is that you also want to be grabbing the door horizontally. You don't want to be doing it vertically because it's kind of awkward when you're like pushing him. So get the door horizontally and push him up this ramp. And then at this junction, we want to turn right. We're basically trying to head out of this village area. At the crossroads, turn left. And at this turning, you want to turn right. This is also a junction. And then we just want to keep on walking straight from here up to the exit / entrance. There might be a Guardian over back there. There's a Guardian that might target you. It's not targeting me right now, but it might target you. But it's not much of a problem. Just dodge it by going left or right, and you should be fine. So just keep pushing him. In the Hundo run, you would grab this Korok here. Then you want to shoot this guy with an ancient arrow. So let him then run up the decayed Guardian and then jump bullet time and shoot his eye with an ancient arrow. And make sure this guy doesn't blast you because he's going to be targeting you as soon as you leave this sort of these sort of banister kind of things. So, and you also want to grab this guy's parts as well. So you want to quickly go in, grab all of those, and then don't get shot. And then you want to continue to magnesis this guy. So this guy's going to keep targeting you for a bit. Just move left or right as soon as he's about to shoot you. There you go, see, I was moving slightly to the left as the guy was targeting me and was about to shoot his laser. So keep pushing him up the path to the right of the exit. And there's some guardians, there's 2 guardians on the right that are going to target you, but these aren't a big problem because you're walking perpendicular to their laser anyway, so it's not that big of a deal really. So we basically just want to keep pushing him along this path. It's pretty straightforward. Just don't get hit by the guardian lasers while you're pushing it by moving away accordingly. And if you want to cancel the magnesis to quickly sprint out the way, that's also not a big problem. There's another guardian coming up here, and we want to do the same thing with the previous guardian, where we just want to run up the decayed guardian and shoot him with an ancient arrow. He used to be climbing up the hill, having a nice time up there. You usually do that. So you run, bullet time, ancient arrow. I'll skip picking up the parts this time, but you would pick up those parts in 100%. There's a guardian on the right. He sometimes targets you, but sometimes doesn't target you. So just be aware of him. Usually along here as well, when it's nighttime, there will be, which it probably will be in the speedrun, there's probably going to be some style moblins that will attack you. And you can use the guardian again for bullet time to try and shoot them. But just try not to die because that's a big time loss and really annoying. And you would reset if that happened because you'd have to deal with this again. So once you get him to here, this is where we want to park up the guardian. The thing we want to do is get him along this sort of ruined part here and have him sort of at an angle where this flat part is sort of perpendicular to the ground a bit. We want it to be in a position where the parts falling down from the guardian aren't going to pile up. We want them just to be able to fall sort of freely down. So what you want to do is try and do that, but it's pretty hard to do. You just kind of got to practice doing it a few times. And it can be a bit awkward. Now that seems not too bad. Move it left a little bit. Oh no. Oh. Yeah, that should be fine. I should be able to grab the pieces from there, I think. I should think so. So this seems good. The parts aren't going to pile up on anything. They're just going to be able to flow freely out of this circle bit here. So the next thing you want to do after that, before you do the next part, is make sure you blow up these rocks to reveal this Korok rock, but do not grab the Korok just yet. We want to grab it after we're done with the Guardian part farming, so that we can create an autosave, so that we can easily get out of this situation, and the Decayed Guardian will disappear and we can move on with the speedrun. If not, if you try to pause or save, it will crash your game. So you don't want that to happen. So once you've blown it up, we want to wind bomb over to the bridge over there, or if you're doing this casually, just walk. Or wind bomb if you know how to do that. And what I want to do is basically go up to here, essentially. Up to this sort of rocky part here is where I like to go. And then we just want to come back. After this point, make sure not to do any menuing. Like, don't swap shields or weapons or anything. You can change the quick menu though, but just don't do anything else. I don't know why I'm throw sprinting. So after that, just want to come up here and then just start grabbing parts. It's only, most of the time, it's only really going to let you grab one part at a time. Like, majority of the things I'm getting here is screws, getting some shafts and springs, but mostly it's going to block you from getting certain parts. Once you're done picking up all your parts, in 100% you would grab 999 shafts at least. And if you had gears, you pick up max amount of those as well. But you don't need a max amount of anything else. You just need max shafts. So once you're done, well, on my game, for some reason, my Korok doesn't spawn. But once you're done picking up all your parts, you need to grab the Korok and then wait for the autosave to appear in the bottom left, and then just reload the save, and it'll be okay. If your Korok doesn't spawn like mine, which is a pretty rare thing because it doesn't seem to happen to many other people, what you can do, kind of jank, but you need to grab the Guardian and you need to put it back on its flat face. Oh, he's not being very cooperative this time. Not having any of it. No, Guardian, that is the wrong way to flip. So this is also something you probably need to practice as well if your Korok doesn't spawn. But then when he's like that, you need to wait for the parts. You wait for the parts to catch up, and then you can just continue with whatever you're doing. So that's essentially how you do the rupee printing. It's not too bad. You just need to practice the movement over and the route you need to take and how to dodge the Guardian lasers, and eventually you get used to it. This part at the end is probably the most annoying part because it's really finicky and annoying to do, but once you get used to it, it shouldn't be too bad. So yeah, that's Guardian part farming. If you've got any questions or anything, just leave them in the comments, and yeah, see you guys later. Bye.